Welcome to Parenting Magazine Live. I'm Bettina Bush, your host, and we are here at the West Coast Franchise Expo. We've been out here looking for opportunities for working moms, and I happened to come across Laura Martin of Cruise Planners American Express, and she has an amazing opportunity that we wanted to share with our listeners. So welcome to the show, Laura.
Thank you. Welcome and good
you.
Morning, everyone.
So could you just explain to us, what does Cruise Planners do?
Well, Cruise Planners is a full-service travel agency. And what I mean by that is we are a travel agency that sells not just cruises, but land vacations, hotels, all-inclusives, rental cars, airline tickets, everything that a travel agent would sell. That's what our franchise owners sell. When you buy into a Cruise Planner franchise, you're buying into a business in a box. We're American Express affiliated, so that means you have that American Express logo and the American Express backing you. The credibility, the trust that comes with that is priceless for our franchise owners. And it's also a very flexible, easy franchise to operate, and you do it from home. It's home-based.
You know, that's interesting to me that American Express as a consumer, all of a sudden I instantly have a level of trust that you've achieved without me even understanding, much about Cruise Planners. Just knowing that I'm in the hands of an American Express endorsed company adds value right there.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're talking to a client and you're asking them to pay for the vacation, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable handing over their credit card when they know you're an American Express agent. And that's very important. Not to mention it adds a whole nother layer to the travel agency, where now you're not just a regular travel agency, but you're a travel agency that can sell all the American Express products as well, travel products.
So if I'm a mom and I'm listening to this and this sounds interesting to me, but I have no background in travel planning, I have no background in your field, and I hear business in a box. What does business in a box mean, and how does that translate to someone who doesn't know how to do this?
Well, it means we're going to make it a whole lot easier for you and reduce the risk in starting your own business. We're going to provide you with the training, live support team, all of the online virtual training as well, back office systems, everything you need, the marketing that you need to do it, so you don't have to have experience. In fact, 80% of our franchise owners come in with no travel experience, but we turn them into very successful franchise owners, and that's important for us because we're not going to make money unless our franchise owners make money. So it's a win-win for everybody.
And home-based, which I know to our audience, home-based is huge. So I'm sitting in my cubicle, I'm at my desk job, I'm miserable, I'm not spending time with my kids, I don't have the flexibility to pick them up from school or anything. Is this something that has changed for you in working with
Well, that's funny because that sounds exactly like my life. I was a director of sales for a very large cruise company, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. And, I traveled 80% of the time. And, I have two small children. I have a 4.5-year-old and a 6-year-old. And I didn't want to miss their life. So I started working with Cruise Planners. Now I work from home. I make my own schedule. If I need to call clients at 8 p.m. when the kids go to bed, I can do that. But I take my daughter, she's on the gymnastics team. I take her to practice. I take my son to piano and to soccer. And I'm living their life. My husband says, why can't I have a job like this? And you know what? I love it. I love selling travel. I love being able to make people's vacations and dreams come true.
I know what you're saying is music to the ears of so many of the members of our audience. So what I really want to ask you is, when you hear franchise, I know to me, I was thinking, all right, well, if you're going to buy a franchise, you're looking at, $100,000 cost to start one. That seems so lofty and unattainable to a lot of families.
Well, that's another great thing about Cruise Planners. We're one of the lowest cost franchises out there. Our franchise is under $10,000. It's just $9,995. And that includes everything. That's that business in a box I was talking about. We'll fly you to Fort Lauderdale for training. We put you up at the hotel. We even pay your flight. Everything is there, the marketing, the training, it's all right there, and it's under $10,000. And you're not paying monthly fees. So I know for some of you may be thinking, well, what do I have to pay monthly? We have no mandatory monthly fees. Again, we make money every time you make a booking with a 3% royalty. So it's very little, even the royalty. And
great.
You're not having to pay out every month. So it's a very low cost franchise.
Well, it sounds like a great opportunity. Are there any added perks that you haven't touched on that maybe our listeners would want to know about?
Oh, there's a whole bunch of added perks, which is great. And one of the reasons I'm in the business, I talked about my family. I take them to Disney World at least 4 times a year with a discount. I cruise every year. the one great thing about being a travel agent is being able to take advantage of all those travel discounts out there. You get invited, on free cruises when new ships come out. You get to go on fam trips when hotels and all-inclusives want you to view their property. And then you travel with discounts. So you're able to travel the world with your family at a much lower cost, and you have a great home-based business that you love to do. I mean, if you have a passion for travel, you will do well. In any industry, if you love what you do, and it's really hard not to love this business, you will do well.
Is there a website we can send people to?
Absolutely. It's cruiseplannersfranchise.com. And when they go to the website, not only can they find out a little bit more about Cruise Planners, they can also register for a 1-hour online webinar, which we're going to go over everything from A to Z, and you can figure out whether you think this is the right fit for you.
I love it. I love it. Well, I want you to stick around because I want you to help me plan the African safari that I'm going to take my family on.
Excellent. I can do that. We have some great suppliers for Africa.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bettina Bush with Parenting Magazine Live, and we'll be back. Thanks for joining us.